Hey, my name is Big Daddy Donnie DeSilva, and it's time to drop a truth bomb. The booking for the main event of AEW Revolution has been atrocious. Back in October, Sting announced he would have his last match on March 3rd, 2024 at AEW Revolution, and no other information was given. So the internet started to speculate. Could Ric Flair come out of retirement and do it one more time with his longtime rival? Would Tony Khan bring in the Great Muta? My hope was an all babyface encounter that would see Sting versus his protege, Darby Allin, and officially pass the torch to his painted face little brother. On January 10th, it was revealed that the last match of Sting's iconic career would see him tag with Darby versus the Young Bucks. Now, apparently, AEW owner Tony Khan gave Sting his pick of anyone on the roster, and this is what Sting chose. So that's fine. He had a good experience working a six-man tag against them at a previous event, and apparently he wanted to do business together one more time. And I don't have a problem with that. To be honest, I thought what we were going to do is have the Bucks come in, talk about how they've hero worshiped Sting since they were kids, and now they're going to tear the roof off the building and give the fans a hell of a show. Normally I hate face versus face matches, but in this instance, to me, it's what would have made the most sense. Any attempt at generating heat in this story, I thought would have felt contrived and shoehorned. Let's not forget, the Bucks had been off TV for a while, and when we last saw them, they were baby faces and they were really over. Suddenly they return, and now without explanation, they're heels. Aside from the fact that the Bucks are going hard after Big Show's career record of most turns, this latest one has them portraying exaggerated versions of the people that the IWC accused them of being. Evil executive vice presidents that manipulate everything behind the scenes. It feels so far over the top, as many things with the Bucks do, that it borders on absurd. It doesn't feel like heat. It feels like the Young Bucks thumbing their noses at everyone. 11 days ago, for absolutely no reason, Darby and Sting won the tag titles from Ricky Starks and Big Bill. And suddenly, Sting's last match on March 3rd just got muddied. Almost immediately after winning the belts, they were jumped by the Bucks, who came out wearing white suits, which were quickly soaked with blood from the faces of the new champions. Sting's two adult sons sitting ringside tried to intervene, but were also beaten down by the Young Bucks. It instantly becomes obvious that Sting's last match is now going to be for the tag team titles, which feels like a super obvious giveaway on who's going to win. But in an effort to generate heat, the Bucks leave Sting and Darby covered in their own blood, and okay, AEW, I'm still riding with you. This past week, AEW fans all over social media were smiling and giggling, saying Darby Allin just had the promo of the year, which is a boast that's less impressive when you realize that the year is only 7 weeks old. The Young Bucks came out this week wearing those same blood-stained white suits from the previous week of TV. They worked a match and declared themselves number one contenders to the tag titles. Because despite Tony Khan recently introducing the ranking system, the Bucks are EVPs. So of course they can do that. That announcement was met by very little crowd reaction because everyone had already figured out that the belts would be on the line. And then, in yet another effort to build heat and remind everyone, hey, we're bad guys now, they shoved longtime announcer Tony Schiavone to the mat onto his ass. Darby Allin comes running in and chases the Bucks out of the ring. Darby grabs the mic and delivered that promo of the year. Now, did Darby give an impassioned warning about how he's going to destroy the Bucks for what they did to his mentor? Did he talk about how Sting was home tending to his two injured sons and how they have unlocked a darker side of Sting who now wants revenge so bad that the Bucks should be afraid? No, none of that. None of that was even mentioned. Instead, Darby talked about how the Bucks wouldn't hire him. He talked about the mission statement when AEW first opened was to change the world, and how he quickly realized this was just a place for Nick and Matt to give jobs to their buddies and goof off. He talked about how the only reason he got hired was because there used to be an executive vice president with a brain, and the crowd immediately starts chanting, Cody, Cody, Cody. Instead of talking about the fact that Nick and Matt had humiliated him and his partner, Darby talked about, you wouldn't give me a job. What? How is this helping the story? Folks, the only bit of story development that happened in this entire segment was the one we already knew, that the match on March 3rd will be for the tag team titles. The Bucks declared it, and then Darby said it again. And other than that, all he did was bring more attention to the competition by invoking the name of Cody Rhodes. Cody isn't part of this angle, and he's not going to be. And is it good business for Darby to refer to that company, his company, as All Friends Wrestling when it's already struggling to pull casuals into their product? Was that the promo of the year? It accomplished nothing. Will one extra person purchase the pay-per-view as a result? All this promo did for me was shine a light on how badly AEW needs better booking and better segment production. An agent should have been backstage and said, "So Darby, what are you going to say?" And when Darby told him, the agent should have said, "Well, that sucks. Let's figure out something else." Now, I recognize the planned finish for this match could be the babyfaces winning and Sting retiring as champion. After all, AEW loves tournaments, and this would give them another reason to hold a tournament for those belts. However, is that what's best for business? I appreciate the fact that they want to honor Sting and let him do what he wants the last time he laces up the boots. But does it help the company? They've still got 2 weeks of TV before this match happens, but so far the story's been nothing short of disappointing. And with the inclusion of these belts, they've creatively painted themselves into a corner and diluted the actual focus of the match, which is supposed to be the last time we see Sting, not who's going to wear the golden leather props at the end of the night. I'm Big Daddy Donnie. You don't have to agree with me, but it's the truth.